Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. First thing, before we start this video, I just want to say thank you to my first 100 subscribers. Oh. I think I actually passed 100 now. I think I'm at like 115 or 118 or something like that. So thank you to everybody that has subscribed so far. I really appreciate all the support. And trust me, I see who the people are who are consistently commenting. And that is why I'm making today's video, because I have gotten several comments asking about just job searching tips, how I found a job in a new city. Like, lots of people are super interested in like moving to a new city. So that's why today's video is going to be all about that. I see your comments and I'm trying to get through everybody's comments. And like, honestly, I didn't expect to get as much support as I have been getting. Like, no, it's like not a million people, but like 100 people is a lot of people to me. So thank you guys. I am so happy. I can't do nothing. I cannot do nothing. Having a dog, go watch that video. My dog vlog about having a dog, because it's a lot of work. But anyway, if you are new here, or if you have been watching my videos but you haven't, make sure you go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Click the post notifications so that you get notified every time I post a new video, and give this video a big thumbs up. Also, make sure you guys leave comments down below, even if it's just a heart, a smiley face. If you have been here since the beginning, if you have been watching all my videos, leave me a yellow heart in the comments so I can see you, because I love you guys so much. And also, I want my comments to go up. Okay, period. We lit. But seriously, let's get to the video. I'm trying to keep it short and sweet today, because I know y'all might get a little bit tired. I can't do nothing. My phone was about to die. Y'all might get a little bit tired of these videos being super long, so I'm gonna try to keep it short. I'm gonna give you guys my biggest tips for applying to jobs in a new city. I actually have really big news. I actually just got a brand new job. I haven't started yet, but I literally just got my dream job. So as you guys know, I am an occupational therapist, and I currently work, well, you guys don't know this part, but you know I'm an occupational therapist. I currently work in like outpatient pediatrics, so I go to like people's houses and I work with their children. I love what I do. I love the patients, I love it. But logistically, I don't love it, if that makes sense. Like, driving around is a lot. It's just, it's too much for me personally. It's not my favorite thing. So I just got my dream job, literally my dream job. I am going to be working in an inpatient pediatric unit at a hospital here in Houston, and I am so excited. I'm so thankful. This is like what I prayed for, what I worked for, and the journey to getting here to this point has been a journey. But I want to give you guys tips. I know, like, in my original moving to Houston video, I talked about like how I got a job in like 2 weeks to a month. So I'm kind of going to include what I did then and what I did differently now to kind of get my feet in the door at more places. But I'm gonna try to keep it short. So let's jump right into the video. Okay, you guys, so I'm just gonna tell you guys briefly what I did, my like process of like applying to jobs. So I used Indeed. I love Indeed. Like, Indeed has so many jobs on there. So what I did was I downloaded the Indeed app on my phone. And I know y'all all got apps on your phone. You scroll through Instagram, through Snapchat, through Twitter, through YouTube. Take some time away from that if you're looking for a job, and download the Indeed app and scroll through them jobs, baby, because there are tons of jobs. Depending on what you do, like, you might have a broader range of jobs that you can pick from. For me, since I'm an occupational therapist, I could only pick from those jobs. Like, you know what I'm saying? But you can like just scroll through Indeed. Like, there's so many jobs. Now, when I used Indeed, I did not apply directly through Indeed. You can do that. That is an option. I actually don't really know how that works, but I felt like I would rather apply directly through like the company's websites. So basically, I would go on Indeed, I would see a job posting, I would read, like, you can read the description, you can see what requirements you need for that job. And what I would do is just go to that company's website, find that job, and I would apply directly. And I'll tell you guys why in a little bit, but that's what I did. So when I was initially searching for jobs, I did that process, went on Indeed, found the jobs, applied to jobs, waited to hear back. As I said, I'm from Chicago, so I did all of my initial interviewing over the phone. And if you are moving from a different city, just be very transparent with these companies. Like, if you have like 4 or 5 different interviews, you're not about to keep flying back and forth. Like, that's expensive. Unless you got it like that, then do you. But I just was very transparent. I'm like, I cannot get there to interview. Like, I was still in school at the time, so I'm like, I can't really do this. And most places were very okay with that. Like, I did phone interviews, I did Skype interviews, and I just really had to just work hard and like push through. I actually really liked phone interviewing because I'm a little bit nervous. Like, when I get in front of people, I'll be like, I have like a nervous tick. I like play with my earring or like some weird, like just weird stuff that I do. So I really liked doing phone interviews because I felt like I could just be comfortable or like pace back and forth if I needed to. But I was just very, very transparent. So if you are coming from out of state, if you're trying to move to Houston or if you're trying to move anywhere, just let them know like I'm out of state, and most people will be fine with phone interviewing you. Now, if they aren't and you really want that job, you might have to take that flight. So think about that when you're applying. Like, or if you are planning to come here, let employers know, like, I'll be there from this date to this date. Like, can I interview then? And like, just plan a whole bunch of interviews for a period where you can be here and knock them out the park. Now, with interviewing, one of the biggest things that I felt with two big things. Research the company. Like, you don't have to know when it was founded. Like, you don't need to know all these crazy, like, intricate details, or like, you don't need to know all that. Personally, that from my experience. But I think just knowing a little bit about like the mission of the company, knowing what like they want to achieve, you can explain why you want to work there. Because I mean, you may not really care like what the mission of a certain company is if you're just looking for like a part-time job, or you're looking for like a stepping stone. You may not really care that much, but if you research into the company, you can like find out like, what is this company about? Like, you might find out, well, this company about something I don't like, and you might not want to work there. But just research into the company and know that, because most employers do ask you, why do you want to work here? Real answer, because I need a job. But you can really like give a strong answer. Just be like, oh, I want to work for this company because the mission of this, and I relate to this, or because the founder of this company was into this, and I really enjoy how they did this. Like, you know, just find something that you can say, or you can just say like a general answer, like, know why you want to work with a certain population or a certain group of people. I'm really interested in helping people do this, this, and this. Like, I want to work with children because of this. Like, for me, I really wanted to work with kids. Like, that has been my goal since I was little. Even before I knew I wanted to be an occupational therapist, I wanted to work with kids. So if somebody asks me, why do you want to work here? My go-to answer is me explaining why I want to work with kids. Like, why did you get into your profession? Like, know those answers. Like, just be confident with that. Like, those just basic answers. Don't let it be super generic, or don't tell them what you think they want to hear. Be who you are. Like, obviously, you know, don't go in there, if you real rah-rah, don't go in there rah-rah, you know, professional, but be who you are, and like, give them the real reason why you really want to work there, because I think that makes you stand out more. Like, with the job that I just got, I feel like I was so nervous because I really, really wanted this job, and I had been applying to hospitals like crazy, like trying to get in, and like, it's very hard for my like field to get into a hospital because they want you to have more experience, obviously, because you're working with more patients who have a lot more going on. They're not at home, they're not as healthy as they can be, so like, obviously they want you to be more well-versed, they want you to have more experience. So like, I had to really like push and explain like my experience, like everything that I could do, everything I could bring to the table. And I was nervous, but I feel like me being myself and really like trying to just be open and like get to know the people who like were interviewing me, and like not being like, I want to work here because I love kids. Like, you know, like not trying to be super perfect, but just letting them know who I was, giving them, make sure your resume is like strong and like you've explained all your experiences, and you like when they ask you about your resume, or if they just say, tell me something about yourself, don't just give like a basic answer. Just like tell them, like, think of what you can tell them. Like, that's a common question. Tell me something about yourself. Like, what? Tell me something about yourself in the comments. Don't say my favorite color yellow. No. Tell them something that's related to you. Or like explain something on your resume. Like, for me, something that's not on my resume because I'm out of school is the fact that I studied abroad. Like, I studied abroad in South Africa and in Australia. And when I was in South Africa, I actually was able to like volunteer at a hospital working with children. So like, that's something when people say, tell me something that's not on your resume. That's something that I could tell them. Like, I studied abroad. I worked in a hospital with children. I've had these experiences. So that was something that made me stand out. But like, and it is something I could put on my resume, but since I'm so far out of undergrad, I feel like it's not really something to keep. But you know what? Actually, I think about it. I need to find out if I should put that back on my resume because I think that that's like really standoutish for what I'm doing now. But yeah, so your resume, very important. I'm sorry this video is all over the place. I did not plan this out very well because I have been ultra busy, but we're gonna get to the point. Make sure your resume makes sense. Always make sure your resume is the most recent to the oldest. That's just a tip. Make sure your bullet points for when you did something. So I used to work, this is unrelated to what I do now, but I used to work at Edible Arrangements because my mom owns Edible Arrangements. So I was kind of forced to work there, but that's neither here nor there. If I'm saying I was a customer service representative at Edible Arrangements, I'm going to be the most thorough customer service girl on my resume, okay? I'm going to put exceeded customers' needs to make sure they have the fullest whatever. You know, just make sure you use those good dramatic words. Like, you can literally, not dramatic, but like those good words. Y'all, I had to stand up. I had to get up in y'all face, okay? You can literally Google like resume words and like... Don't get a dog, okay? I can't do nothing. You can literally Google. I think she finished. Anyway, you can literally Google resume words, like standout words for your resume, and like use that. Like, I can't think of words right now, but Google resume, like standout resume words, and like use those words. But like, just really explain like what you did, but try to keep it concise. I know I have heard in the past, keep your resume to 1 page. My current resume is 2 pages, but it's 2 pages of things that really make sense to what I'm doing. Like, after maybe like this year, like once I've been working more in this current position, I'll take some things off that like are a little bit less relevant, or like things that they don't necessarily need to see, but it's like 1.5 pages. So excuse me, I feel like employers like are appreciative of that. I haven't really had any complaints. I did have one person at a job tell me to add something to my resume because something that I did, I explained it more. And she was like, I really want you to put that on your resume because that will make you stand out even more. So just, you know, really be open to people's tips and comments. I'm trying to see if I'm really giving y'all the tips for like finding a job. Oh, after you interview, this is something that I did not used to do, but one of my friends, my good sis, she's very outspoken. She is very like, go get it. If you don't call me, I'm gonna call you. Like, that's her personality. And she basically told me to call and follow up for like my current job that I just got. She encouraged me to call and follow up. I was not going to. I was just gonna wait it out. I was gonna wait and see. But she was like, just call and see. And when I called the lady who I talked to, she was very like nice to me. She was very like happy that I called, and it wasn't like a bother. Like, no, I'm not gonna sit and call her every day, but calling and following up with people shows them like you are strongly interested. And I do personally feel like that helped me get that job. And what my friend told me, who encouraged me to call, she basically said that she heard from someone else that like calling, like they don't even really consider you serious until you called and followed up. So I don't know if that's for everyone, but that's what one specific person told her. So it doesn't hurt. Like, no, like the day after my interview, I'm not going to sit there and call like, did I get the job? Oh, but rewind. Before you call and follow up, when you leave an interview, the day of, like wait a few hours, or the very next day, I strongly recommend sending a follow-up email, just like a thank you. So make sure you get the names of whoever interviewed you. Make sure you remember that, or like write it down somewhere as soon as you leave, or just like ask for their business card so that you have their email. Most people like that I have like interacted with have just naturally given me their business card. And I think that's their way of saying, you need to follow up. Like, on the slide. But if they don't offer it to you, you should ask for it, like, or ask for their email address, ask for their direct phone number so you're not calling around getting all confused. But send them an email, literally just say, thank you for taking the time to interview me. I really appreciate the opportunity. I look forward to potentially working at X employer. And I look forward to hearing from you. Something like that. Sent. They most likely won't respond, but they know that you appreciated their time. You really still want the job. You're still very interested, and that just shows like initiative. And then if you haven't heard anything in like a week, then I would do a follow-up call. Hi, Sarah. I'm just calling in to check up on the position. I don't know if you want to say check up, but like, I'm just calling to just follow up about the position. I'm still really interested, and I'm wondering if you may need anything else from me to move forward. And they're probably going to say, no, we have everything. We're still reviewing applications or whatever. They're going to tell you something. And they're like, oh, we were going to call you, or oh, we were looking at your stuff right now. They may or might not be. But that'll just make them remember you, because people are busy. Like, people have stuff going on. They're not just thinking about this hiring process. Like, yeah, they want to hire somebody, but they might have forgotten. Like, you never know. Like, they may have forgotten about you. They may have, you know, had something come up and just forgot. Like, they might be like, ooh, I don't remember. Did I really like her? Did I not? If you call and follow up, this is going to put you back in their mind. So you're not forgettable, okay? Do your stuff. What else? I mean, I think that's really it. I think biggest thing for me, like from my experience, is just being persistent and being consistent. Persistent and consistent. Persistent and consistent. Like, keep going. Like, I got rejections. Like, I tried to get in one hospital, and I was just trying to do it as like part-time. And they were like, skirt, sis, you don't have enough experience, step. And I was like discouraged. I was very discouraged. And then I was just like applying to all type of jobs, and just kept going, and I wasn't really getting anything. Like, I started applying for new jobs in maybe November. I started working in August, and I was already applying for new jobs in November, okay? I wouldn't say I hate my job now. It's just not for me. The way that it's set up is just not for me. And that's fine. You don't have to stay at a place you don't love. And when you are, like, for me, I'm a new grad. So if you're a new grad, or you're fresh into like working like a big girl or big boy job, you don't have to stay somewhere you don't love. And you might not find something that you love right away. Like, I don't love the place I'm working at now. I take that back. I love the place and I love the people. I just don't like the logistics of it. So it wasn't for me, but I could have stuck it out a little longer had I not found another job. Like, obviously I'm not going to just go and quit and be unemployed and broke, but I could have stuck it out. So like, you may not find your niche right away, but just being persistent. Like, I got rejections. Okay. People was like, nope. Or I would find jobs, like I would get offers and I was like, no. Like, I know my worth at this point. I've only been working for so long, but like, I still know my worth. Like, if you're offering me less than what I'm getting now, I'm good, love, enjoy. No, I'm not doing that. So just be very persistent. Like, you are going to get rejections. You just have to keep going. And when I say be consistent, I mean, if you're using Indeed, check it once a week at least, so that you're seeing new jobs. Like, you might miss something. Like, I was checking Indeed every day, every other day. Indeed was probably like, girl, it's the same. And some days it would be 1 new. Some days it would get on to be 10 new. And I would be apply, blah, 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 to everything that fit for what I was looking for. So yes, consistency and persistency. No, that's not a word. It's persistence. That's it. Yeah, if you guys have other questions about job search, like, really, I'm not a pro at finding a job. Please know that, like, this is just from my own experience, and like, just be yourself. Make yourself look amazing on your resume. Go in with confidence. If you're applying from out of state, just let them know you're out of state. They will see that from the address on your resume, and they'll say, oh, No, oh, also, when I was looking for jobs in Houston, but I was in Chicago, they were like, well, why do you want to move to Houston? They're really just making small talk, but they also want to see how you can, honey, I'm almost done. They really want to just see how you speak, how you are. So like, tell them, like, I want to move to Houston. I want to move to Atlanta. I want to move to Los Angeles because of this. Like, have a reason. I'm sure you have a reason, even if it's not a big reason. Like, my reason, when they asked me that, I said, oh, you know, I live in Chicago and I really just hate the snow. I wanted to move somewhere warm, and I visited and I loved it. And I think it's a great opportunity for me to grow and be on my own. Easy. You don't have to be nothing crazy. And they're like, oh, that's awesome. Like, my uncle's cousin's son is from Chicago, or is from Illinois, or like something. Better say something random. You're like, really? What part? And then they'll say some random town that you don't know, and you be like, oh, okay. So yeah, just be outgoing. Don't be nervous. I'm a very nervous person. I'm very introverted. I'm very like, so I had to get out of that, and doing job interviews is definitely a way to get out of that. Like, for real. Even just like me being on YouTube, like, what? I'm really like coming out my shell. So yeah, that's a whole other video for a whole other day. But yeah, if you guys have other questions like about the job search, about anything Houston related, because I noticed that my Houston videos get the most attention, like y'all like this, but make sure y'all watch my other videos. I have other things to offer, like for example this better length. Your girl's still wearing it. I took them out for a few days. I just washed it and I tried a new style today. I don't know how it really looked. Let me know how my hair look, y'all. I was trying to go for like the half up, half down ponytail. It's cute. It's cute enough. I'm just going to work. I ain't going on a date. Yeah, so check it out if y'all like my hair. Check out my better length video review. Check out my review of my mask that I did, my Peter Thomas Roth mask. Y'all see the skin? Come on. If y'all want any other like beauty videos, drop comments down below. Drop. Let me know what y'all want. I know y'all want more Houston content, and if that's what you want, leave the comments down below. I know some people ask me to like drive around, so I'm gonna try to vlog. I think I'm gonna go to the rodeo next weekend or the weekend after, so I'm gonna try to vlog. Check out my New Orleans vlog. I went to Mardi Gras for the first time. That was a blast. I had fun, but not everybody had fun. But that's just what happens when you go on a trip with a bunch of girls. Check out all my videos. You know, watch them. Just get to know me for me. Maybe I'll do the get to know me tag so y'all can get to know me for real, because I really do have a personality, but at first I wasn't showing it too much, so I hope y'all see me for who I am. Also, let me stop playing with this water. Also, make sure you guys go ahead and follow me on Instagram. I'll put it right here. _Myeisha, MYEISHA. I always was, hey, it's not ghetto, okay? Myeisha is not ghetto. If you guys want vlogs, if y'all want story times, if y'all want me to do pranks, let me know. I want this channel to be fun. I want to get my subscribers up. I want to, you know, do everything. We're doing great. I'm really happy with my channel so far. I love you guys so much. I don't even know all y'all, but I feel like I know y'all. So yeah, make sure, like I said before, leave me a yellow heart if you've been watching my videos. If you got to this point in the video, just leave a yellow heart. Like, it's not gonna take you but 2 seconds. Just leave me a heart. Anyway, that's it for today's video. I said it was gonna be 10 minutes and it's 25 minutes. So I'm sorry, y'all. I'm gonna try better next time. That's it. Love you guys. Bye.